Welcome to my channel where we just have two simple rules: eat, live good. I'm Liv and I'm still good. How you doing? Today we are making something for the homies back in Houston and something in honor of one of my exes. Hopefully you're following me on Instagram so you can get the full scoop on all the tea. If you're not, go ahead. There's the name right there for you to hit me on Instagram. So we are making my infamous me and mine, because that's really all who matters, right? My Cavatappi mac, and it's about to go down. So let's go ahead and jump right into the ingredients. So here you will see me shredding my cheeses by hand. I was going to use my food processor, but then the lazy girl in me said it's easier to clean my cheese grater than to clean my food processor. So I opted for by hand. And I'm only going to be shredding my cheddar and my Gouda, my cheddars, plural, and my Gouda together, because I'm going to save the Colby Jack for the top, and you don't shred processed Velveeta. Don't frustrate yourself. Feel free to skip a step and go ahead and get the pre-shredded. Just know that cheese is drier than when you shred it yourself fresh out the block, and it's gonna affect the lusciousness, we'll say, the drip of your mac and cheese when you get there. So all of the cheese that will be going inside my macaroni and cheese is here in the bowl, shredded or cubed. And I'm just gonna wrap it with some saran wrap, cling wrap, to make sure it doesn't lose any moisture while it's waiting for me. And I'm gonna leave this out of the refrigerator because I don't want it to get cold. I want it getting close to room temperature, so when it hits that heat, it's going to melt quickly. Here's my starting lineup. It looks simple, but trust, they're gonna get the job done. I just put my water on to boil. Don't forget to salt your water. In the meantime, let's chat for a second. As you can already tell, it's a whole different day and different time, but we can still chat. So this macaroni and cheese definitely came to impress a man, and I have no shame in that because you got to use your superpowers how you use them, okay? And he definitely caused me to elevate and step my game up. And I will say, like, you don't have to use Velveeta at all. I just like it. I believe in American cheese. I believe in the process. Trust it, you know. And that's not for everybody. But I don't make this often for that reason, because we all know Velveeta ain't good for the heart. But it's good for the tummy. Like, it just tastes good. That's some good mac and cheese with some Velveeta, and I don't care what you got to say. There's delicious cheeses out there, but they had the magic when they made that one. So I made this for my neighbor, that's what I called him, and he liked it, you know, he kept coming back. And then from there, after that was done, I definitely started bringing that to work with me, so me and my coworkers would enjoy it. Every function, every potluck we used to have before COVID, it would definitely go down with this mac and cheese, highly requested. And I would bring it to new places, new functions. When they invite me to the barbecue, come summertime around the pool, people like, girl, sis, is there meat in this? Nah, baby, just cheese and milk and love and a little extra dusting of Olivia magic. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get right back into this recipe. But when I first tried to record the chat, I wasn't feeling what I was talking about. I was like, why was I stumbling so much? We just talking. But I'm glad we got to catch up. Now let's go ahead and get back to cooking this macaroni and cheese. So while we were chatting, our water has come to a boil. Add in those noodles. Here we're going to see a little editing magic, and our noodles are going to magically be done. Make sure you strain them out. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of butter, and this is not a common practice, but I'm adding my cheese to my hot noodles. Think about how you make a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese. Why couldn't that apply to making a better version of mac and cheese the same way? They didn't invent anything that you can't recreate. I'm going to add in half and half. I prefer half and half to heavy cream and milk because it has a little bit of both worlds. But do you? I'm going to end up using about a cup of that. And if your macaroni starts to look a little dry, go ahead and add more. No need to have parched macaroni and cheese. Cue ASMR. Can you hear Cardi B saying macaroni in a pot? You know the rest. That's not why we're here though. So let's get back focused. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. I could have put my seasonings in at the same time as my cheese, but I chose not to, and that's completely fine. I'm going in with about 2 teaspoons of hot sauce, not too much because it does have a sharp flavor, some seasoning salt, garlic, and I tried to lie to y'all at first with how much cayenne I was going to put in, like, let me be cute and only put a teaspoon. That's not my life. I put a whole half a tablespoon or more cayenne in mine. Look at me try to lie. Watch, watch. Oh, I'm just going to do a light sprinkling. This is the truth, okay? So clearly, don't mind me and my cayenne issues, but this is not spicy. That cheese and those carbs are going to eat up some of that spice. So just spoon in your macaroni, go into your pan. Get it ready. If you are like, I need my cheese, add some cheese in your mac and cheese right here. Add some more in between. Just kind of push it down with a spoon. Over top, I'm going to grate my Kobe Jack. It's frozen, a little too frozen, but you get the point. So I'm going to cover the top with the Kobe Jack. And then it's time to go into the oven at 400 degrees. It's going to go in there for about 20 minutes. Get golden brown, delicious crust on the top. I don't do breadcrumbs. I want cheese and noodles. That's it. Nothing against the breadcrumbs, but it's not what I want. The cheese, the brown cheese top is my favorite part. And I just want that pure caramelized cheese flavor. Look at this. Look at the bubble on the edges. This macaroni is not dry. And I'm sorry if your mama, auntie, auntie, granny, whoever who makes the mac and cheese is dry. I don't think I want it. And I said what I said. So now I have my spoon. I'm going to put it in my bowl. And my bowl is already telling you what's happening here because it's prayed for. It's already blessed. The Lord has already taken care of it. I haven't tasted it yet, but I already know. The bowl knows. And we're back. Go ahead and look at the glisten. It has pull. It has drip. And it's time to eat. Okay, so let's take a sample of this mac and cheese and see how everything's working out. Okay. Okay. So we have some smoky flavor, some spice coming from the cayenne and that hot sauce. Luscious is the best way to describe just how creamy it is. You saw it coming out the pan. It got the drip and the pull. Does your mac and cheese do that? So that's a wrap on my Cavatappi mac. Here's a big shout out to my people back in Houston, the teachers that I used to work with. I'm scratching my shoulder. Why?